Hey everybody out there, I thought it was time I did another video. It's been a while and I'm just getting to the point where the weather's nice and I have a little time on my hands. So anyway, I thought I'd kind of get in the groove. Sometimes throwing that first pot's always the hardest. Anyway, I'm in my garage. That's kind of where I got my wheel set up. Okay, this is a wheel that I bought about 18 years ago or somewhere around there, 17 years ago. It's been pretty good. I've hauled it around, thrown it in and out of a truck more than once, and anyway, it's been pretty good to me. Any of you that's thinking about getting into throwing pottery, you know, really what you're looking at is buying a wheel if you don't want to go to a pottery center or a community college or someplace like that. But anyway, I suggest you do it. I've really enjoyed doing pottery over the years, and I think it's a lot of fun. So anyway, I've been working on doing a few things. About I don't know, last year sometime I did a project where I threw an extra lid in case I had a trouble with it. And so anyway, this was the lid, and when it went time to trim it, the lid that I originally wanted for it worked well, so I had this kind of extra thing on here, so I went ahead and just was playing around, decided to trim it out anyway. And when I got done with it, lo and behold, you know, thought I'd glaze and fire it, and I did that, and it ended up being a pretty good soap dish. So anyway, that's what we did, is we turned it into a soap dish, and as you can see, it's kind of nice and dirty and been used pretty good over the years. Anyway, then I don't know, about 3 or 4 months ago, I was on the internet and saw somebody that was making spoon holders, and I thought that was kind of a cool idea, so I made I don't know, half dozen or so of these spoon holders, because I figured that'd be a good way to fill up little small crevices in the kiln. You know, you're always looking for stuff you could just throw in to take up space. And anyway, I got done with the firing and had a bunch of family come over, and they all wanted one of them, so I ended up giving them all away. It was kind of a big hit. It's kind of, you know, surprising how something you think was just going to be an extra kiln filling space in the kiln ended up being what everybody thought was cool. So anyway, so I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, maybe I want to make I've made some toothbrush holders in the past, so I think I'm going to make some soap dishes and toothbrush holders. And I thought, well, looking at the spoon holder, if I did something similar to that, you could pour off the water when you're done and help keep the soap dry, you know, so it doesn't get mushy. And then I was kind of looking around, and I thought, well, I ought to put some grooves and kind of hold the soap up a little bit. So that's kind of what I did, and I got one here that I've already kind of made the pour spout on right there, and I'm getting ready to put some grooves on it. So that's what I thought I'd do and show you today. I've got a couple others already done here. That's kind of what it looks like. There's the grooves. I've made some kind of rolled out some triangular pieces and stuck it down in there and kind of put it down in there. So anyway, that's kind of how they turned out, and I think they might work okay. Here's another one kind of similar. Pretty good. Looks pretty good. So anyway, that's where we're at. Let me go show you what we put in there. Here's the triangle pieces right there, and that's what we're going to go ahead and stick in there. Okay, here we go. Here's going to be the first one here. Let's get down here a little ways. Get this turned around. Stick that in there. Push down in there. Okay. Look at the others. Try to get those even as well as possible. The clay's about the same consistency, so and it's all green. I mean all wet clay, so we're not having to score it or anything. Soften up the edges. Got to remember also, you know, when you glaze in, it's going to take out a lot of it. The main thing you want to do is just make sure those are attached really good. Let's see how it turns out. I've never really done a lot of this attaching of this wet. So I'm hoping I don't have any cold breaks on it, or cold joints, whatever you want to call it. I think we're probably okay. Okay, anyway, that's about all I got on that. Clean up the ends of these a little bit. We'll see what happens on this. It's, you know, one of those things, two things that inspired this dish were both kind of accidental successes. So since this is more of a planned one, it'll probably be the thing that doesn't really work that well. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll try to get these finished up, and got one more to do tonight, and then get them put on the drying rack. Maybe do a very, very basic trim of them when they get leather hard. Probably not too much of a foot in them or anything else like that. Anyway, thank you very much.